Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We have proof to believe that this dog laying on the ground, gay. This dog laying on the ground as well may or may not be gay. This seems to be a symptom. What you are witnessing now is a gay dog in its natural habitat.
I can 100% confirm as a specialist that those dogs are indeed gay. Gay rights. I just filmed an entire intro and I wasn't even fucking recording. My name is DumandsONE, otherwise known as Uzi, and despite being the ultimate memer, I am considered an LGBT YouTuber. I don't know if you've heard about this little subject, it's going around Twitter and the internets, but YouTube has a new restricted mode that just so happens to target LGBT videos. Before we make assumptions about what this restricted mode is, let's look right into it. Restricted mode hides videos that may contain inappropriate content flagged by users and other signals, whatever that fucking means. No filter is 100% accurate, and it should help you avoid the most inappropriate content. So basically, if YouTube users flag a video and they deem inappropriate, or if a special signal decides that your video is inappropriate, well, it's not going to be available on the restricted mode. Now, this is for like little kids, which makes no sense because there's a kids YouTube Kids. Either way, some people don't want to see certain videos. I get it. I understand. It's all in good fun. Okay, so we're going to look at my channel here. My channel is very basic. You know, I got my recent smasher pass right here, my memes, my basis of what I have going here. Okay, so a Q&A about my hair, in which I need to cut. My video entitled Roasting a Trans Trender, Tattoo 101, my Pokemon box unopening where I basically swear the entire video. Video on being unmotivated, you know, your basic stuff. So now we've gone into restricted mode. So right away we can see basically, and essentially half my content is gone. So I understand the trans trenders being removed, because I do swear in that video, and I understand my newest video being removed because I say faggot at one point. Most of my content is gone at this point. Okay, so we have my Q&A video about my hair, which is gone, which makes no sense because it's a Q&A video. Now, I understand I swore in the video. People would assume that the video is removed because I talk about non-binaryism for maybe 2 seconds. So here's an LGBT video that was not removed, my pronouns video, and my coming out story wasn't removed. Video entitled Transgender 101. It was a video that was essentially me talking to parents of transgender teens and what they can do to help. That one's removed. I wouldn't call that one inappropriate. You know what I would call inappropriate? A video literally titled Motorboating on Canada Day, where at some point in the video, a guy literally talks about smegma. There's a cum joke, too.
It's coming early, too.
She came early.
That's appropriate, apparently. Now, you might say that the restricted mode is everything with a naughty title, or naughty content, whatever you deem is naughty and inappropriate, but literally a video called Motorboating on Canada Day where someone makes a cum joke, talks about smegma, someone gets motorboated, and we're just drunk out of our minds. You'd assume that that would be inappropriate. You know, you'd assume that that would be restricted, but it's not. Now, a video where I explain what tattoo aftercare is, why is that one restricted? I probably swear as many times as I do in the motorboating video, but apparently tattoos are too much of a sensitive topic. People flag videos or they deem a video inappropriate for a certain reason. YouTube, instead of looking into this, sees that video and goes, restricted. You can argue, and a lot of people are arguing this, that LGBT videos are being targeted specifically. But if you look at my page on restricted mode, I have I would consider controversial LGBT video called Pronouns Don't Equal Gender, okay, where I don't think I swear in the video, but either way, that doesn't matter at this point. I assume it doesn't matter, considering Motorboating on Canada Day is still there. Does that mean that no one has complained about the video? Or does that mean that YouTube is just not targeting LGBT videos? The issue with this is that people are not differentiating between targeting LGBT videos and restricting LGBT videos. There's a big difference. Targeting LGBT videos is assuming that YouTube is actively finding LGBT videos and restricting them. And I've seen post upon post of people complaining about this subject going, why aren't people who use the fucking N-word being restricted? Like Filthy Frank being restricted, but they are. If you look up Filthy Frank on the restricted mode, he doesn't exist. Yes, okay, some of his videos, they do exist. And if you click on his channel, which this is his second channel, I believe, there's no content. There's just none. No content. So the videos still appear in the search thing, but they're still restricted. Now you look up iDubbbz, for instance. Very controversial, uses the N-word a lot, and the only video that appears is a video from iDubbbz TV 2, which is his second channel, and iDubbbz TV, you know, like his Kickstarter crap, but when you click on the actual channel, his entire channel's blocked. The entire channel is restricted. So for people arguing that YouTubers that are controversial aren't being restricted, that's clearly untrue. Let's look up someone who isn't too controversial, okay? Shane Dawson. Let's look up Shane Dawson. So you look up Shane Dawson. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is many of Shane Dawson's videos are not present. You click on Shane's channel, his second channel, it's entirely blocked. Shane Dawson's bisexual. That makes him clearly an LGBT targeted YouTuber, but last I heard, he doesn't really make LGBT content. When you look at his other channels, his featured channels, he has the Psychic Twins and Sawyer Hartman as his other channels. He does not have his own channel as his other channel. So Shane Dawson TV does not exist in the restricted mode. The channel Shane, which is his second channel, exists in the restricted mode, but it's still restricted. Click on PewDiePie. He has one video that he uploaded an hour ago. All of his videos are gone. Every single one. You might argue that, okay, PewDiePie has made many videos that are deemed inappropriate for children, but some of his videos are not inappropriate for children. Now let's look up Jacksepticeye. Not particularly controversial, you know, fairly kid-friendly. He does swear in his videos and stuff. When you look up Jacksepticeye, okay, and when you click on his channel, he's got Undertale uploads, which appear for some reason. and challenges. But other than that, nope. So it's clearly not targeting LGBT YouTubers specifically. It's just targeting a large algorithm that we don't quite understand at the moment. And with the issue that people are coming forward and saying, wow, this new restricted mode is targeting LGBT videos, well, it's not new. The restricted mode has been there for a while now. It's just that people made light of the restricted mode very recently, blocking LGBT videos. Why it's blocking LGBT videos could be a number of things. Let's say someone who, you know, is transphobic, sees a video on trans support or something, they might say, that's inappropriate, I don't want my kids to look that. And they might flag it. You know, whatever. So it's like YouTube sees homosexual and it's like, oh, all these videos are inappropriate. Maybe we should block all these videos, you know? But in the grand scheme of things, it's just a stupid system that has been set up that doesn't protect anyone. In fact, it negatively affects your YouTube experience, I think. A kid on YouTube has kids YouTube. That's the whole point of them having it. And you can argue, okay, those weird Spider-Man Elsa pregnancy videos appear on the kids' YouTube, and that's inappropriate for children. You're on the internet, you're never gonna get away from something inappropriate. By censoring such a large amount of people and such a large demographic of a certain type of people, is deeming the LGBT users as relatively inappropriate regardless of what the video's about. And that's very clear in my video about fucking motorboating, and the video that I made a few weeks ago where I get a cue about basically someone wondering if they should identify as non-binary, and I basically say something along the lines of, be who you wanna be, B-A-R-B-I-E, Barbie girl, and I wouldn't consider that inappropriate. I also wouldn't consider my Transgender 101 inappropriate. I wouldn't consider my tattoo video inappropriate. That is an LGBT video. But clearly there's something else that needs to be worked out. The issue with YouTube that I have, and I'm speaking from the heart now, not as a meme overlord, praise the lord of the memes, is that YouTube likes to present systems, okay, new algorithms, new features, but they don't like to test them out with YouTubers. Now, I know there are beta testers and stuff like that. There should be like an option to opt in and opt out and test these things and, you know, write actual reviews when you see something is amiss. Rather, YouTube likes to just put it onto the YouTube thing and just assume everything is high and dandy. Now, YouTube made a statement about it blocking LGBT videos, and I commend them for that. I do not blame them for restricting LGBT videos. Clearly, the whole system is just not good. It's not YouTube being actively homophobic or transphobic to these YouTubers. It's just some unknown system that just mischaracterizes videos on what is appropriate and what is inappropriate. And I'm glad people are making note of it now. You don't need to use the restricted mode. I need to emphasize that. Just because the restricted mode is there does not mean you need to use it. When everyone was complaining about the videos getting restricted for inappropriate things when they're not supposed to be, YouTube should have just removed the feature right away and worked on getting it fixed, rather than leave the feature the exact same way and cater to only a certain number of people. For instance, I think Tyler Oakley said his entire channel was gone. Ash Hardell said her entire channel was gone. Well, I was complaining on Twitter about my videos being gone, and they're still gone. So it's very clear that YouTube is catering to a certain number of higher up YouTubers and not to everybody, to sort of go, no, we got it, we understand your problem here, but we're looking into it, but they're clearly not. They should just remove the feature until the feature is properly fixed. I know there are a lot of videos and you can't go through every single one, so there's gonna be one you miss and here and there. And what makes it even worse is that if I'm assuming you have a large amount of restricted videos, YouTube just restricts your entire channel. To me, sounds like it's the opposite of what restricted mode is supposed to do. It's supposed to restrict videos that are inappropriate. And if Let's say Shane Dawson, for instance, makes a video about how much he loves butterflies and he films a bunch of butterflies and that's restricted. Well, that's just wrong to assume that that video he made is going to be inappropriate because he just so happens to have a whole bunch of other inappropriate videos. I want a system that works well. Let me know what you guys think, and as always,